Hello everyone, it's Kiki, and welcome to this video. As sometimes happened, I forgot to hit the record button when I started working on this, so I backtracked the whole way to the beginning and then hit the forward button, so you're just getting the sort of jumpy forwardness of me drawing and not really. Oh, now I'm drawing. But this goes along with me turning NerdECrafter into a Pokemon. This is me turning her sister Sika, NerdESister Sika, into a Pokemon. So, Jackie did show it to Sika, and I was told that Sika very much liked it. And I had asked her if Sika had come up with a name or anything else like that, like how Jackie had named her Pokemon. And she apparently did, and she wrote it down, and then stuff happened, and they've both needed medical procedures and such like that, so they've been having a lot going on, especially with, like, NerdECrafter kit and stuff like that. So I still don't have those answers, but I drew this a little while ago, so I really wanted to post it, because it's, like, kind of 2 months old at this point. So I came up with my own stuff, and, we'll change it if I ever get an answer. But yes, so I've decided I decided that Sika deserved 2 forms because Sika is amazing and extra and I love it. But the name I came up with was Sikamao. Mao being M-A-O, which is, I believe, Chinese for cat. The reason I decided to use that is because of an anime called Darker Than Black, where there's a talking black cat named Mao. And I thought Sikamao was cute. But she's a cat-type Pokemon, because Sika takes in cats and she loves kitties. She takes care of, like, special needs cats and stuff. And another big thing that played into this design is Sika is always hungry. #feed Sika. So I was like, okay, well, I have to work food into this somehow. And originally I was going to have her with, like, a fork. But then I was informed that people with chronic illnesses are sometimes referred to as spoonies. Because someone a chronic illness vlogger uses spoons as sort of a visual representation of what it's like to have chronic disease, and Sika herself has Crohn's. And both she and Jackie are very big advocates for invisible illnesses and, encouraging people about, how to live with them and, not being discouraged by it and, dealing with other people that don't understand it. So I went with a spoon and it worked really well, and I put some birthday cake flavored edible batter or something in there, because birthday cake is Sika's favorite flavor. And I just decided to go with 2 forms because Sika can be very playful, but when she stands up, things getting real. It's getting real. So she originally was going to be playful and serious form, and they're like, no, the stand-up one should be salty form. And I was like, you are so right. So I did get Sika's favorite colors from Jackie, so I worked that into the design as well. I tried to make it so that the colors flip depending on the form that she's in. And yeah, I'll give you the dex entries and other information that I came up with, just like I did for Nerdemon. So, like I said, she's called Sikamao, and the dex entry, I came up with 3 like I did with Nerdemon. So number 1 is Sikamao always have snacks on hand and will only share if they truly trust and like you, though even this is rare. 2, one of the few Pokemon that you can always see Nerdemon be gentle with, despite how chaotic Sikamao can generally be. Number 3, Generally playful and encouraging to others, Sikamao can get chaotically serious and protective of those they care for. Now, I'm still not sure about the name I gave the ability that I came up with. Right now I have it as playing spiteful. I'm not too happy with that, but I really couldn't think of anything else, and it has to do with the two forms. So playful form has a physical type boost, both to attack and defense, and will switch into the playful if damage that turn is under 20% of the full health or is a non-damaging attack. The salty form boosts special, both attack and defense, and will switch into salt form on the turn if damage is more than 20% of full health. The unique move that I came up with, the actual effects, is the power of the move is relative to the percentage of health. Accuracy is 90%, and you regain 10 health at the end of the turn, but you must rest one turn. So kind of like Hyper Beam. The idea behind the resting and the power being relative does come back to the chronic illness thing. Is, you do something, pretty hard, you go for it, and then you're kind of like, okay, I need to sit. Is kind of where that idea comes from. You just kind of have to recenter yourself. But the imagery that I came up with is she jumps on, or he, because Sikamao can also be male, jumps on the handle of the spoon to fling the food up in the air, and then they grab the spoon and they smack you in the face with it, and then very easily and casually catch all the food and take themselves a bite. And that's, how they get their 10 health return. But the food in the spoon isn't always the same. Secret mouths can have their own various tastes. It might be some berries in there, it could be, soup or something. But yeah, and then also, like with Nerdemon, there is an earlier evolution. I decided to call it Spoomao. Kind of floats in the spoon, like Baby Yoda style. Just kind of sits in there, nibbles on some berries. In reference to the Nerdemon, though, I was talking with some people and we sort of came up with a baby version of Nerdemon, so I also have to maybe come up with either a third evolution for Sikamao or maybe a baby evolution for Sikamao. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't need one though. I mean, it's pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, that's all the information I have written down. Oh yes, on the spoon and the Sikamao itself is the purple ribbon. The color is the Crohn's disease ribbon. This is just another nod to the fact that Sika is amazing and, deals with that every day and powers through it. And it's just sort of my little nod to you go girl. And I had a lot of fun with this. I almost made it either fairy fighting or dark fighting, but I felt like fairy dark worked kind of better. But I love the colors for the salty form a little bit better just because I am more partial to more darker colors, but I still love the fluffy and lightness of the playful form as well. And I had a lot of fun with this and I really liked it. I did have some trouble at the beginning getting color placement where I wanted it and how I wanted it, but I'm really happy with the end result. And I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. And I'm not sure who I'm gonna turn into a Pokemon next. I was thinking maybe Mariah Elizabeth, because I do have an idea for that. I also kind of have an idea for Jazza. everyone else that I do is going to be a little harder because I don't have a way really to talk to them. Like, I, can get information from Jackie through the Nerdy Patreon Discord. But yeah, so from here on, I'm on my own. But yes, I think I'm gonna do Mariah Elizabeth next. And I was thinking maybe a hummingbird, because if you look at a hummingbird's wings when the light shines through, there is a rainbow. And we all know how much Mariah Elizabeth loves rainbows. So yes, I had fun with this, and I hope you like it too. And I lost my train of thought, and I hope maybe you'll check out where I turn NerdECrafter into a Pokemon too. I will link that both in the card and the description. If I remember to link it in the description. And yes, I know I've said, oh, I'm gonna turn this into a series, and I'm gonna turn that into a series, and I've never come back to them after that. But this one I am gonna like try to keep with. I want to do like as many of the people I'm subscribed to as I can, and maybe some others that people have mentioned just because. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I had fun. Go check out some of my other stuff, and maybe I'll see you around on my arty journey. Till then, bye.